Good morning, good people. Day is Monday, July 28th, 2025. This month is almost over. My name is Edward Bevilacqua. This is Department of Career Services, where our goal is to help our students and interested people on their journey through this life. That's it. No big deal. Well, actually, it is a big deal if you consider or if you believe that we have a soul that transcends death, a soul that continues after that, and that the trajectory is a continuation of the trajectory continues. In other words, this is the kind of person you are. Beep, bop, dead, you keep going. You're like this, you keep going. You're like this, you keep going. So we believe that. We believe that Jesus was who he said he was, God as man. Number two, God as man. Number two, and that he came to teach us, not just to come down here to die for our sins so we can continue to be as we were before. And all we have to do is what he told us to do, to believe in him and do what he said, to follow his commandments. All right, so, and we believe that life is a gift from God, a gift, not a bargain for exchange. It's not a loan. We don't belong to God. It's a gift that was given freely. Just like somebody gives you a bicycle as a gift, we can do with the gift what we choose to do. We can give it away, we can ignore it, abuse it, take care of it, use it as intended, and we honor the giver by how we treat the gift. And that's it. So the gift we have of life has at least three subparts. Unlike other things, we have a body that is unique to all other animals in the world that we know of. We can do things that they cannot do. And overall, we can do a lot more things than they can do. Two, we have a brain that is the most complex thing in the universe other than the universe. And number three, we have emotions that are unlike the emotions of any other living animals. So these are the gifts of life that we have, and we honor them by taking care of them, taking care of our body, taking care of our brain, using our brain, and controlling our emotions and using them to help us accomplish things that we couldn't do without it, without them, without the emotions. Okay, so that's what we do. So we break it down into those four areas: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. The spiritual we do on the weekend, which is past G school. So during the week, we focus on physical, taking care of our body, our mind, and our emotions. That's it. Okay, and today is week 3, day 1 of week 3 in our neuroscience oriented approach to success. This is a 1-month, 4-week course that is how many pages? About 400 pages, about 100 pages a week, 4 hours a day. Works great for people who are in the state pen as opposed to Penn State. So week 3, day 1. Week 3, day 1. Week 3 is called Outside My Skull-Sized Kingdom. Last week was Inside My Skull-Sized Kingdom, where we learned about neurons, neurotransmitters, reticular activating system, how we see the world revolves around us, etc. That's week 2. Week 1, overview and orientation. And to repeat that, our goal is quite simple with this course, to figure out who am I and why do I behave the way I do. And the who am I part is meaning on a neuroscience level, not a who am I? No, but who am I? How does my brain work? How am I able to imagine lifting my arm up and my arm goes up, or getting from here to there, or solving a problem, or making somebody feel good or bad or happy or sad or whatever. What are the mechanics of that? What's going on in my brain and in my body? Who am I and why do I behave the way I do? So why is it if I have a belief that there are monsters under my bed, why is it that I act in such a way that if I hear a sound under my bed or I think I feel something under my bed, I release certain neurotransmitters or hormones, and then all of a sudden I'm different? Why is that? So if we can answer those 2 questions, then we can dial in who we need to be right now. That's it. A neuroscience approach to success as opposed to a psychological approach to success or a spiritual approach to success. This is a neuroscience oriented approach to success. Our self-identity is made up of our self-beliefs, and our self-beliefs are stored in the neurons of our head, and our reticular activating system is always scanning all information available to us to support our beliefs. So if we have a belief, there's a monster under my bed, and I hear a sound that I think is coming from under my bed, bam, it's got my attention right away. And then I feel a certain way, scared, for example. So if I understand that, I can dial in who I need to be right now. Okay, so that's a really long intro. We generally do that the first day of the week to set the direction of where we're going. So today we're going to listen to David Logan talking about tribal leadership and what our purpose is in our journey through this life. We need people to help us. No one can do it alone. So inside my skull-sized kingdom is the neurotransmitters, etc. Neurons, neurotransmitters. Outside of my skull-sized kingdom, I peer outside my skull-sized kingdom, and what do I see but a whole bunch of other people who think that the world revolves around them. I need to get them to help me with my plans, my goals, things I need. If I walk into a store, I need the person behind the counter to cooperate with me, not throw me out. And the better I am at doing that, the more people I can get to do that. And the more people I can get to do that, the more successful I can be. And here, our definition of success is a function of money times meaning and purpose. It's not just money. Success is not money. Success is money multiplied by meaning and purpose. Where meaning, our definition of that is act such that everything you do matters. Act such that everything you do matters. And purpose is service to others. So if everything that you do is in service to others and you add money to that, you're going to be very, very successful. If you just focus on the money part and you have no meaning and purpose, you might be with Robin Williams or Tom Petty or Prince or Michael Jackson or Kate Spade or Anthony Bourdain or any number of people who had no meaning and purpose. So they ultimately said there is no purpose to keep going. No amount of money is going to make me happy. There's no purpose for me to continue. And there's people like that every day saying, what's the point? What's the purpose? All righty then. So let's get on with it. Our worksheet. So down below is the worksheet, plus our website, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, daily worksheet. Theme of today, cultivate ataraxia. Cultivate ataraxia. What? What is ataraxia? Is that a planet? Is that like what is that called? Neuro. Where anorexia is ataraxia like anorexia? No. Very different. Cultivate ataraxia now. What is ataraxia? Ataraxia is a state of serene calmness. Seth Goat, no. Ryan Holiday talks about that down below in our talk. Red letter. Oops, we'll fix that in editing. Okay, cultivate ataraxia. Cultivate serene calmness. Don't get anxious about things. It's only life. Our life is really short. On a 7.84-mile walk, a 100-year life is about equal to the width of a hair on our head. Don't focus on that. Focus on the journey, the 7.84-mile walk, not the amount of time it takes as you're walking to pass a hair on the top of your hair on your head. Okay, cultivate ataraxia is the theme of today. Advice from an 80-year-old. Where do we get some advice from an 80-year-old? Beware of the person who has nothing to lose. Right, just a little advice from an 80-year-old. Beware of the person who has nothing to lose. Why? Why? Because their focus is getting what they want, and they don't care. They have nothing to lose by hurting other people along the way. So if you are in their path, they have nothing to lose. They are going to either move you out of the way or use you to get what they want. You have money, you have something they want, they are going to use you to get it. Or they're going to move you out of the way. So your best intentions are not going to matter. Beware of the person with nothing to lose, because their focus is on getting a thing or avoiding a thing, something chasing them. And you're either in their way or you are a tool for them to use. You're not an independent object like they are. So, advice from an 80-year-old, beware of the person with nothing to lose. All right, now what does Seth Godin have to say? The order and the medium of feedback. Who do you pay attention to? Do you respond or react to the feedback that's coming in? Do you seek it out or wait for it to arrive? Does vivid online feedback from anonymous trolls carry more weight than honest but more subtle feedback from actual customers? Pick your feedback, pick your future. What sort of feedback changes your behavior or attitude? Delivered with enthusiasm or a scowl, in private or in public, in writing or verbally. The goal might not be to find a way to only get positive applause, because your project may very well benefit from thoughtful feedback. The useful path is to figure out which sort of feedback suits you in what stage of the project. It's not for you. It's not for you, and I don't want to show it to you right now, are valid approaches to our creative process. So saying to people who might give you feedback, it's not for you, which is what I do. Well, it's not handy, but my theological view for nuns has a disclaimer on this. This is not for you if you are a Christian. This is for non-Christians. All right. Beep bop. So Seth Godin, the order and medium of the feedback. Pick your feedback, pick your future. You get the wrong feedback or the right feedback in the wrong way could have not good effects. All right. Let's see what else we got on our hit parade. Time. Such a runic rhyme. You can say good morning, Miss Trinkle, wherever you are. Whatever that means. Let's see. I think that's good. How about if we talk for a minute on David Logan, The Tribes We Lead? So we've got to get people to help us. And if we use the analogy of our boat, we've built a boat. Our life is a journey. We have to build our boat. We want the boat to be big enough that we can go long distances, carry a lot of supplies, also have a big enough hold to take on treasure, the things that we've accomplished in this life. But the bigger the boat, the more people we need. We can have a little raft, and life's going to be really tough out in the open ocean on a raft, or we can have a large boat that has a crew. So this week is kind of about how do we get a crew? David Logan starts us off by saying, well, we're all members of tribes, and a tribe are different stages of enterprises or groups of people. So there's 5, and he figured this out. He and his team figured it out. So there's 5 stages. The lowest stage is life sucks, then my life sucks, then I'm great and you're not, then we're great, and then life is great. Or you could look at it this way. Life sucks. So that's people who shoot up movie theaters. That's the people who have nothing to lose. What should you expect? Life sucks. Hey, you know what? I decided to kill you. Life sucks. Okay. Though that's not really a tribe, that's just people who kind of pool in this thing. The next stage is my life sucks. So what I can see is life doesn't suck, it's just my life that sucks. So that now gives me hope, perhaps, that I can change my life. So my life sucks is where most of our people are. They don't have money, they don't have a lot of good things happening, a lot of pressure, pay bills, do this, do that. My life sucks. But maybe one day it won't suck. But today it does. So, those things aren't happening, so it does suck. Okay, next. I'm great, you're not. This is who advertising is targeted at. The people who want to keep up with the Joneses, that need to do certain things because it's expected. And their thing is, I'm great and you're not. So competing with you. I'm great, you are not. Next is we're great. So I put down my personal things and we combine together because we can get more done. And then the next level is life is great. About 2.5% of the people are life sucks and life is great. A little bit more are my life sucks and we're great. And the majority of people sort of, if there's one group, are in that middle, I'm great and you're not. Again, that's what all advertising is directed at, to believe you're great and everyone else isn't. So you need to do these things if you're great. You need to have this car, you need to do this, you need to do these things. If you're great, you need to do these things. So in closing, David Logan says, join a tribe and nudge it forward. So join a tribe that is a group of people that you're interested in, church group, school group, teams, just something. Join a tribe and nudge it forward. Join a tribe and nudge it forward. By nudging it forward, you have people now following you. So we'll talk more about how to nudge people tomorrow. Seth Godin, how do you nudge people? Okay? And that's it. Shalom, shalom, shalom.